Hey guys, so in a few of my previous videos that I made, we talked about a couple of things. We talked about holsters and my favorite types of holsters to carry with and their different purposes that they have. And then we also talked about putting a light on your gun. So you want to get a light on your gun, that's great, that's awesome. They're cool to have, they're nifty. I do highly recommend the olight. It's the PL Mini 2 Valkyrie. Really great light, but the issue is, and if we look here, free, clear, nothing in it, just as for demonstration purposes, none of them will allow you to carry a light, at least none of the holsters that I have. My favorite holster here, the Stealth Gear USA holster, I love this thing, but again, will not allow me to carry a light. So what I did for temporary purposes was I got this very generic, crappy, universal holster, and I actually cut out the stitching here just a little bit to be able to make it open up down here in the bottom just a little bit more. So then when I put the light on and I stuck the pistol in there, the light would actually be able to fit in there along with it. Now the issue that I hated about this one was when I go to draw it, you can see there's no access for me to actually really grab the grip there. I'd have to grab the tip, kind of pull it out just a little bit, and then get my hand around it. I hated that. Versus, like the Stealth Gear USA holster, you can see I've got full access to that. So that was one thing I really hated about this generic, quick, holster for carrying a light on the Springfield Armory XDS. Now, most companies that I've found out there who make lighted holsters for guns don't make them for the Springfield Armory XDS. They were kind of hard to get. Most companies will make them for like the Glock, a couple of SIGs, the more common service pistols, but not for the XDS. So what I'm going to show you here is a holster that actually allows me to carry the XDS with the PL Mini 2 Valkyrie, and I'm going to go show it right now. Let me grab it for you. So what we got here is from a company called Werkz. They're based up in Idaho, and they're just a state north of me. Super easy to get. Right now I think their current lead time is like 10 to 15 business days for production and then shipping them out. So I haven't opened this yet. I don't know what the quality's like or anything. I wanted to do this on camera along with you guys, that way you can see firsthand everything that this holster company entails. So the cool part about them is they do have a wider range of handgun along with light combos. So you have to be very specific to your light and to also your carry. That way they can mold it specifically to it, because each light's going to be shaped differently, and of course each one that you carry is going to be shaped differently, so it's very specific to that combination. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we find in here. Alright, so you see the first thing that you see is it's an all Kydex holster, and it looks like I actually cut through the second package as well. So that's fun. So here's the package that it comes in. It's the M6 holster, and it is made by Werkz M6 inside the waistband or ambidextrous inside the waistband holster for the Springfield XDS 3.3 9mm 45 cal, along with the olight PL Mini Valkyrie 2 for a right side carry. So as far as presentation, before I cut the package open on accident, the package is actually pretty good. They do have a tearaway, it looks like, and like a Ziploc bag style to reseal it. Not sure why you want to do that, but okay. I mean, there's the back of it. I don't know if you can read that or not, but if you so choose to, feel free. From what I can tell right away, I know that Werkz did have a production issue where they, on their claw, it was a 3D print and you could see all the lines through it. It was very poorly left undone. But looking at it now, it looks like they redid that. It looks a lot more molded versus 3D printed. Nice and smooth. Their clip is nice. Good retention to it. The thing I do like about this one, and I talked about it in my holster video, it's kind of hard to see on the black, it does have that pinch to go around your belt to fully lock in place. Let's see what how it feels with the light and that in there. And if you didn't see my video on the Olight Mini 2 Valkyrie, check that out. If you're looking into getting a light, this is the one I'd highly recommend. It's very slim, low profile. It's got the magnetic base for recharge. I love that. I think that's really sweet. So let's see how she fits. Now, this is actually meant for the XDS. What I have is the XDS Mod.2. I contacted them and they said that it should fit. They have customers who have used it for that and it fit just fine, but it's not fully designed for the Mod.2. So let's go ahead and try it out. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. Not bad. Not much wiggle. It has a nice lock in place. I like hearing that. That gives me a lot of confidence in it. I really do enjoy that. So this is also designed, if you were to put an optic on top, they give you enough room to allow for that red dot sight to be there, and for high mounted, high rise sights as well. Look, I mean, that's plenty of room for stuff like that. Now, if you're wondering about the claw, what that's actually meant for, that's meant to push your pants away just a little bit to help conceal for the grip. Helps hide that a little bit. And you can see here, they've got a little hole. If I can get a good light on that. See if I can get that out of there. They got a little hole there that allows you to put the magnet charger in there while you have everything in there together. So that way you can leave this in the holster and you can charge it while it's in the holster without ever having to take it out. And the cool part is if you have the charger in there and you draw it, the charger will just fall right off, stay in there, and it's easy accessible, very easy to take away in case you ever need it in a pinch. But I do like the texture on it. The Kydex feels really good. I was fearing that it would be too thin. They do have different series, and this is kind of their mid-range series. I was afraid that it'd be thin, kind of flimsy, poorly made. I was afraid the cutouts here would be all jagged and sharp. But if you look at it, it's actually very nicely clean, done, smooth. And they do allow for a threaded barrel. If you're into that threaded barrel, I obviously don't have that, but I do like that it's a possibility. There are different options for attachments as well. If you want to run different belt styles, belt loops, you can easily do that. All in all, I think it's actually a pretty nice holster. I mean, obviously I haven't worn it yet or anything like that, but I do think the build quality is pretty good. Does it match up to the build quality of my favorite, the Stealth Gear USA? No, I don't think so, just in my opinion. The Stealth Gear does look a lot smoother finish, like they took more time. I do like the soft backing when that's up against the skin. That's very nice. This is more rough. It's kind of a scratchy plastic. I do like the slide guard a little bit. I just really hope that during carry doesn't pinch my skin or get in the way. If it does, I'm just going to cut it right off. I do like the slide protection on the Stealth Gear more because it's padded, it's bendable just in case. It's breathable. It's very nice. It's kind of hairy thanks to my dogs. But if you do have any questions on it, feel free to shoot me a comment or anything on there that you wish to know about it. I'm going to carry this for a little while and see how I like it. I'll come back with a video and tell you guys my actual thoughts on it. But just for initial impression, I mean, man, I do like it. I do like the fact that I can carry the light with me, and it's not in a cheap, flimsy, homemade style holster that doesn't allow me access to my grip. That was one of the things that really bugged me about this. So I'll get back with you guys soon, and I hope you guys have a good time and be safe out there. See ya. Alright, for those who stuck around actually to the end of the video, I tried putting this holster on and I noticed right away that this claw actually kind of bugged me. It made my pants pop out in a way that it should not normally pop out, so it's very obvious that you were carrying something. I kind of am a smaller kind of guy, so I don't know if that's the reason why, and I do carry about the 3 to 4 o'clock position. So I removed that, and then I noticed that the holster was riding a little high. It was making it ride just higher than I liked it. So as you can see with these screws, you can actually fully adjust it to be better suited for you. So what we're going to do here, remove these rubbers, remove the screws, pop these out, and we're going to put it so it rides in a lower position, moving these up one here, and move that one up a hole there, reinstall the rubber bushings, put this back on, and you can fully adjust it. So with those two different holes there, you can adjust the cant level on it too, if you want it tilted forward, if you want it tilted back, if you want it sitting level. Right now I'm going to try just having it sit level, but just sit lower into the pant. Yes, I know I'm using a drill when I probably shouldn't be. But I'm going to try that out and see if that works better for me. Alright, so straight away after trying that, I actually am going to try to cant it forward a little bit. It did sit better, but I want it to be angled just slightly. So what we're going to do here, let's just remove both these, make it easier. I'm going to move this one down so that when it sits on my body, it'll sit tilted forward just a hair, and see if that works out better for me. And see, that might be too much. We'll see. And that's what I like about this, guys, is that you can fully adjust it to what's best for you and make it kind of your own. But hey, thanks for sticking around to the end, and we'll see you guys next time.